Hi, everybody. Kyle Larson, MLive.com here at Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana for Michigan State 63-62 loss to the Hoosiers. And it's a game Michigan State took the lead with a minute in, held that lead throughout the next 48 minutes, led by as many as 12 and led by 10 early in the second half. But allowed Indiana to get back in it, close well. Michigan State didn't score in about the last 4 minutes. Indiana takes the lead with 1:43 left. Michigan State got one last chance at it. Inbounds play with 8 seconds left. Cassius Winston got kind of a little baseline jumper. He felt like he said afterwards he felt like he got the separation he needed to get the look he wanted, but it fell short. Michigan State loses on the road, and is now a half game behind Purdue, pending Purdue's game against Ohio State later this afternoon. But the key thing is Michigan State no longer controls its own destiny. It can win out and finish in second place to the Boilermakers in the Big Ten, and particularly with the ease of Purdue's schedule the rest of the way. It's looking like Michigan State's Big Ten title hopes took a big hit today. And it didn't have to happen because Michigan State led the entire way. It's a good game they certainly could have won, but Tom Izzo said repeatedly at the end of the game he felt like his team ran out of gas. Matt McQuaid played with a sprained ankle. He said that it wasn't bothering him a ton, but it was certainly affecting him some. Kyle Ahrens was not available down the stretch. Izzo said he got a back injury. Izzo said he literally couldn't get off the bench. So the injury issues keep getting worse. I'm sure some people are going to roll their eyes, call that an excuse, but you know it is what it is at this point. Michigan State does not have very many bodies. They look fatigued at the end. The rebounding really kind of flipped in this game. Michigan State was a +8 in the first half. They put a large emphasis on that. They rebounded very well in the first half. Indiana, I think, had a 10-1 offensive rebounding advantage in the second half. And in the final 2 minutes, they got 2 offensive rebounds on 1 possession, which probably cost the Spartans one last possession, one last chance. They timed this game up, potentially sending it to overtime. So a lot of signs of fatigue, but players also said that they were in this game. They had the shots that they needed to do it. They didn't do the things that they needed to do. Kenny Goins was very tough on himself for the rebounding. Aaron Henry was tough on himself for not shooting, not having confidence in his shot, not shooting better. He's about the only healthy perimeter guy they've got besides Cassius Winston right now. He feels like he needs to do more. So some things to figure out. I mean, it's one loss. It's still been a good season for Michigan State. It might have cost them the Big Ten title, but as Tom Izzo said afterwards, I don't give an shit about that. He's more concerned about figuring out how to work with this team the way it is right now, and being able to position itself going into the postseason so that it can do things like it's win at Michigan. And I think that's still a possibility for this team, but it's got some things to figure out, obviously, and it's got very little margin for error, and it's got to figure out how to keep guys healthy, or how to keep guys fresh down the stretch, whether that's adding guys to the rotation, doing different things. Some things to figure out. Not a disaster by any point. It might have cost them the Big Ten title, but Michigan State, I think, still has what it takes down the stretch to do something in the NCAA tournament and the Big Ten tournament. That'll do it here today from Bloomington, a 63-62 Michigan State loss, and check MLive.com/Spartans for all the coverage.